Hi you guys, so I recently did a video on some new e.l.f. products. I'll link that video in the description box below if you haven't seen it already. But I asked you if you wanted to see a review or a separate video on any of the products that I mentioned in that video, and I got so many comments and so many requests to do reviews on a bunch of different things. So I have a feeling I'm going to be doing reviews on most of those products since you guys want to see them. I wanted to start off with their 11-piece holiday brush set. Since this is limited edition, it's only available right now on the website. I don't think it's going to be in stores since, again, it's limited edition and it was a holiday release, but a lot of you guys wanted to kind of see an overview of it and hear my thoughts on if I thought it was worth it or not. So this comes with 11 different brushes. It comes in this really nice gray carrying case. It is water resistant, so it's perfect for traveling or on the go, and it comes with 11 different brushes. Now 10 of them are part of their studio line, which is the line with like the black handles, and then one of them is part of their essential line, which is the line with the white handles. Generally speaking, the studio line has really good quality brushes, so I was so curious about this. First of all, you get a really good range. You get half and half, so half of the brushes are eye brushes, half are face brushes. If I just had this kit, I could totally do a full eye look, a full face look, and be completely set. So I do think that they had all of their bases covered. One con, I'm gonna kick it off with the con I guess, is that one of the brushes is really similar to another one. They did include this small angled brush, and then they included this Eyebrow Duo Brush, which has a spoolie on one end, and then the other end is a small angled brush. So I do feel like instead of including this small angled brush, they could have included something different since they included it on this duo brush. But it's not a big deal. If you like to use one for your eyebrows and one for eyeliner, that might be why they did it. If you bought all of the brushes individually, it would cost $32, but they actually package it all together, including the carrying case, for $30. So you're not saving a ton of money just because if you bought these separately, it would only cost $2 more. But I think it's great that they kind of went through their brushes and created a kit. That way you don't have to go on and kind of guess and mix and match as to what brushes would work well. They have a lot of brushes in here that just work well together, and then that way if you're kind of missing one or two that you think are really key, you could go on and add them, and there's room in this case for them. And I also like the silver packaging. I think that it's really festive and pretty for the holidays. All of the brushes are synthetic, so if that's something you're looking for, you might be interested. Now the difference between these and their regular studio brushes is that they come with this limited edition silver handle, which is kind of fun. They feel similar to me as far as quality goes, but they almost look a little bit better. I think they just look really sleek and nice, so that might be something that it's worth considering to you. Now let me go through and kind of give you an overview on each of the brushes and what you could use them for and how I like them. The first brush is their Eyeshadow C Brush, which is one of their best sellers. I know a lot of you guys love this brush. This is great for packing color onto the lid, blending color on the lower lash line, or even blending it into the crease. It's also great for highlighting under the brow bone, so this is definitely an essential eyeshadow brush. The next one in here is the small angled brush, and this is perfect for filling in your eyebrows or applying eyeliner. I think that the brush is the perfect size, and I like to use it for my eyebrows, especially if I'm using a wet product like the Anastasia Dip Brow or something like that. I think that it works perfectly to create a really precise, defined eyebrow, but it's also great for applying eyeliner to the upper lash line. That is one of their best sellers as well. Another one of their best sellers is this blending brush, which looks like this. Now I've been using this one for a while, and this is really great for applying eyeshadow on your lid or blending it into the crease. So if you're going for like a one eyeshadow kind of look, I love this brush because you can apply the same color to your lid and then flip it over and blend it into the crease. So it's a really great brush. Next we have their small precision brush, which looks like this. I love using this for highlighting the inner corner or underneath the brow bone. It's great for both of those, and you could totally use this with liquid or powder, but I also love to use this to kind of outline my lips. So if I apply like a really bold, dramatic lipstick, like a red lipstick, I'll actually go in with a concealer and outline the outside just to get a really crisp, clean line, and this is perfect for that. So this is a lot of uses as well. Next we have their Crease Brush, and I love this. I have a bunch of these. This is one of my favorite brushes ever, but it's just perfect for blending eyeshadow into the crease or kind of as a transition shade. I love it because it's not too precise, so you could get a really kind of blown out, blended look, or you could use it to apply color really precisely in the crease if you just turn it. The last brush in here is the Eyebrow Duo Brush. I kept it wrapped in its packaging. This is how all the brushes come, just so you guys can get an idea. But it comes with a spoolie on one end and then the small angled brush on the other end. I actually included this in my favorite e.l.f. brushes, just because I feel like this is an essential for your collection. Now the next brush they say is for the face, but I think that this is really great for blending out eyeshadow as well. And this is their Flawless Concealer Brush. So you could use this to blend your concealer underneath your eyes, and it would do a great job at that, especially because it has a nice dome shape, so it will really fit the contours of your eye. But I also love using this for blending out eyeshadow, especially if I applied too much eyeshadow. Since this is so big and fluffy, it just does a great job at blending. So I think that this is a great option. It is one of their top rated brushes, so a lot of people really like this one. The next brush is their Complexion Brush, and it does come with brush guards on the last 4 brushes that I'm going to mention, which is great for after you wash your brushes to kind of stick this on to reshape them. So I love that they included this. Now I would say this is a lot of different uses. I would personally use it for applying bronzer just because I like the shape of it. I'm not into a super contoured look. I just like a little bit more of like a blended out look when it comes to my bronzer, so this would be perfect. But you could also use this for blush, for powder. It's just a good all-around complexion brush, and it will give you a nice even finish. This next brush is the only brush from their essential line that they included in the kit, which is the line with the white handles, and it is their fan brush. And this is really great for applying highlighter. You could also use it to apply blush or bronzer if you want a super natural kind of glowy look, but honestly I would recommend it for highlighter. Now it is a super thin small fan brush, which is great if you want just a really light wash of color. But if you are more of a fan of like a really intense highlight, you might want to use a different brush. The next brush is called their Powder Brush, and it looks like this. It is one of their best sellers. Now I personally like to use this for foundation because it is kind of like a flat top kabuki brush, and it gives you a really flawless full coverage look. But you could use this for powder, especially if you want a really full coverage look with powder. You just dip it in and kind of stipple it on your face. But I think it makes a really great foundation brush. And then the last brush in here is their blush brush. So this is a lot of different uses in my opinion. You could totally use it as a blush brush. You could use it as a contouring brush because if you flip it on its side, it's really precise. You could use this to set your under eye concealer, to blend out your under eye concealer, to apply powder. This is just a good all-around brush that's nice to have in your collection. I think that this is worth the price for sure, especially if you're a beginner and you don't have a lot of brushes and you don't know where to start. They really conveniently put together 11 brushes that will create a really flawless look, whether it's eyes or face or both. So I would love to hear from you guys. Let me know about your favorite e.l.f. brushes in the comments below because I love trying new e.l.f. products, and if I haven't tried any, I definitely want to know which ones I need. So thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!